Freckleface Mobile.
Stay favorite song.
We are back. We're talking about a lot of stuff. Um, just kept the conversation going. Random thoughts. Continue questions. Man, you breathe on that long,
Pretty much the difference between, women and men and women financial
Yeah.
and,
Gender
between the
roles.
two. But I heard some young boys say, I'm gonna jump right into it. I heard some young boys say that I forget the type of conversation they was having because I was really doing my own thing. But young boy said, "Can't be friends and date, my nigga. Like you can't be friends. I can't be friends with a shorty and date her too. Like what the fuck is we doing?" So it made me question, like, yes you can. To me, you can't.
I think you can, but
Now whether y'all gonna be friends afterwards, that's the big
and
difference.
too, if things go
But
left.
it is possible for you to get
And-
friend, like,
What level of friends are y'all? So like, if y'all are friends that haven't had any mutual interaction prior, intimate interaction prior,
okay.
and y'all are friends like in a grouping, and y'all may have not necessarily talked to people in y'all cliques, but y'all just been in the cliques and seen
One
who's-
another, yeah.
yeah, like, and you've seen who she talked to wasn't one of the homies, and she's seen who you talked to, not one of her girlfriends. But just being around each other, at some time y'all might end up hanging just y'all two, and then developing a liking for each other more than just the friendship or platonic friendship. In that sense, yeah, that was your friend, and you continue to start to date and hang out just y'all two. That can happen. If you have that, like your besties, best friends type like that, and y'all really that close, that can,
That can
be a
answer
conflict of
that.
interest, especially if things go left. But I guess depending on how strong the friendship is, maybe you realize you two just didn't work in a relationship, but your best friendship
still there.
is so much stronger than that, and that was your foundation, and which would be the bridge that y'all, can come back and forth across. So I say yes, you can be friend someone you're dating. I just think you would want to have some level of friendship, just to understand and just
And that was the other
have
thing.
open communication.
That was the other thing that got me. Is like when you want her to be your friend, like that's like to a degree.
Because at some point, okay, someone's already your friend.
Because one, that's what the girlfriend part came from.
True. But if they're already your friend, I feel like they have some understanding of you. So your comfortability around them won't be those standard trying to get to know you questions. Hey, what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? Like, when you do go out to eat, where you go out to eat? Those are not questions you really have to ask because you already been around them or you already befriended them enough to, know certain things. And now y'all just able to date and share and build experiences together. So I would think having some level of friendship works.
Now, Will shooting Bill in this one.
Mhm.
I think he was kind of referring to, okay, like you said, y'all friends in a group setting. All of a sudden, y'all together, and then all of a sudden, I'm talking to other friends. You can't come around, and then all of a sudden, try to dictate how I'm talking to other friends. Like it's a problem. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I guess at that point, what was the relationship?
Prior.
Yeah, between
Between
two people.
We want to do just like you said though. It's a group setting. You see this person once in a while. Y'all cool for the most part. Y'all together at every outing amongst friends. All of a sudden we start fucking with you. You start dealing with the chick, and then you go to talk to the same people that you've been talking to. But all of a sudden it's some slight problem.
I think okay.
That's
So
the
I
part
think
I can see where I guess he was probably
I
trying to
think
come from.
I think the thing is the question, like I would ask, what is the level of conversation at that time? So okay, so say I'm dating a girl.
But it shouldn't be a problem at all. If y'all
Yes and no, but when you start to discuss possible sexual things or preferences or things like that, and it's someone you're dating, I think you're dating to build, sit down, to build interest and, add some growth to the relationship. Build some growth to the relationship, and so like if I'm dating, cause like okay, so if we were already previously having conversations about freaky stuff like this, I do this, we never had a threesome, stuff like that. If me and her start to get close and converse, like you already know certain things, but then certain questions I might not want to answer right then and there, because we're dating technically, and even though we're friends and it should be open space, our relationship or dating ship has kind of overtaken the relationship. I mean the friendship. So then it's like, but hey, you never cheated before? I might not answer that. Like, you know what I mean? Even though it's best to be open or whatever like that, but you might not give the full details as you would have a couple weeks before y'all started dating.
Y'all was friends, yeah.
Yeah, so
y'all
then
wasn't in
it's
this
like
relationship
talking amongst
where
friends. But now you're looking at me as an interest in, you're building up. Yeah, so then all that.
Yeah, I get you on that.
So then that can play a role in the whole, So I would say that, would be.
And then, you have to,
Because I would want her to modify her conversation. Like, so say prior to that, she is a freak. She got a history.
Well, then you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, but there's some things you don't want to hear if I'm trying to get to know you more thoroughly.
You might not want to pick that friend, though.
like if you say she's been in threesomes or been in sex escapades and things of that nature, and you may have knew that from a friend level, but now for some reason this time it's getting detail of what happened or something like that. So then it's like, nah, I don't think I want to hear that.
Okay, I can see that.
Because it may change my actual view. Because I'm viewing you more than a friend at this point.
I can kind of see if you're going more into detail, feeling the way, baby. But if you knew prior,
because I wouldn't want to get in detail.
No, I wouldn't want to get into detail either. But if you knew prior, then it's kind of fair game because you already knew about it beforehand. It's like knowing she had thought before you married her. Like, you knew what you were getting into.
Even if you knew she was a thought, you don't want to know the details and the level of the thoughtness.
You gotta know that that's gonna peek out into the wild.
Yeah.
Like details.
But do you want it to come out amongst friends and everybody looking at you like, oh, hey, I didn't see all that. I didn't see that behind the
if
car.
she was like that, none of your friends probably already know.
Glad y'all dating, man.
Hey, nigga, how you know? Just, I could tell. I can just tell.
And the crazy part, even if they don't actually know, my man told me. There's always somebody who know somebody who knows somebody who know about what they work was about. Like if you got good work, your work shall precede you, and it's gonna be a word of mouth in some form.
If you can handle that and you go on with the relationship, then you gotta be cool with all the other shit that come with it. Right? Unless you gave it a reasonable time for all of it to pass, which I don't really know what that reasonable time is. Like, alright, say she was a thought back then. How far enough is back then for you to be alright with it? Or it don't even fucking matter. If she was a thought like that at any time.
I think it depends on how long I've known her. Alright. So we got like a year of friendship, and now we're approaching year 2, but we're getting close.
And that year 2, y'all going into relationship status.
Like we're talking, we're dating.
Okay.
I don't think I want to hear
the details.
I don't want to hear details from that last year and a half, for sure. Maybe 3 years, I might be okay with that.
Okay, alright, say it happened 5 years ago.
I might be okay with that. But
Okay.
if I hear she had high activity during the time we were just being friends, and possibly running into the time we started getting serious, it might not be out of her system.
Right, okay.
So, I might not think she's out the game and ready to be serious.
Okay.
Because if she heard that I had a bunch of women, or I had 10 pregnancies, I'm not just making up, 10 pregnancy scares within the last year, and that first year of me and her just being friends, it's like, man, you wildin'. Like I don't be done with that. You a club shooter. You DC sniper out there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, she might not think, or, that I'm done with that lifestyle, or I'm still getting those kinks out.
Daddy, I falling.
You falling? What's that?
That's what he said.
Sit back.
Daddy, is last year.
Or next to me. Come on, you're making too much noise. Chill out.
So, we'll do it again. So,
I was canceling headphones. You can't hear nothing. So you loud. You just loud. I think they good and bad. Like, I had them on the airplane. I couldn't hear nothing you were saying to me. There was a fire. You're like, am I on? Can you hear me, son? Like, I was cool.
okay. But, shit, what the fuck was I saying? Okay. And if she had these, say she was on that type of time back then, and she had these.
Like 5 years ago, even though.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'll probably.
After you've been in a relationship with her for a little while, are you expecting one of those things to happen to you?
It's like yes and no.
Cause me, I kind of do. I feel like if a nigga would deserve to be experimented on, and I went through all this to make you like my wife,
Girl, whatever. I feel like I said. But see, you'll
can I
get
get that for a gift? Like, can that be a
you'll get a lot of women like I was trying something, I was drunk. It's hard to plan a threesome sometimes. It's usually have to like just happen.
Yeah.
All
I
those
get all that.
excuses. Because then I'm looking at you like, well, what was it about him that made you, want to experiment? What made you submissive
What made
enough
both
to try
of
it?
y'all pick this one nigga and say, alright, we want to try with you? Was it a best friend? Was it like, and I can't see them type of situations. It was best friend, we all friends, and we grew up together, and we just said, fuck it, let's try it, or we became close in middle school, and then we like, fuck it, or we became close. I can get those type of concepts. But if it was just like, y'all picked the nigga, or he was your boyfriend, and you just brought, especially if he was your boyfriend, and you brought, a Jones, it's like, alright, what did he do to get that to, okay, granted, you might be mentally fucked up, you might just want to try it, you might, there's a couple of things that play a factor.
I think
and I get why you probably wouldn't want to do it now, because of jealousy, emotions is higher with me than it is with him, and I'm honored of that. But
I've heard of that. That their feelings or level for love or likeness for you is greater than that person was prior. He was kind of like an F buddy, but you know what I mean. So that's why I was okay with it. But we make love, or we do this and the third, and it's more passionate and blah. I save that. Nonetheless, I think what also plays a factor in a woman's possibility of trying things like that again, or going further, is how did that last experience affect them? So if she was a woman who dated a guy and they had put your case back on, yeah. If she was a woman who was with someone and they were experimental and they might have had multiple threesomes, foursomes, groups, swings, whatever they want to get into, and that was in the concept of the relationship, they had a mutual understanding, and they just didn't work out and left amicably. It's cool, but she may be open to possible threesomes again because she won't play those threesomes into the reason why they didn't work. But you may get a woman who has experienced threesomes, and sometimes the men take advantage and he went and had a secret relationship with that girl, or he started having threesomes without her, or that just opened up his mindset to cheating altogether.
Yeah.
And he took advantage, and now she like, no, I won't ever give my body to a man besides, the general sex. And, I won't go furthermore past that because of what, past trauma, PTSD, whatever. So I can see that being a factor in why some women don't experiment or choose to partake in those activities again.
I get that.
So.
So yeah, that's just good. Basically what it is. We discussed this kind of before, so it's basically what it is. It's what it is at that point. But yeah, I feel on that shit. I'm pretty much saying.
Daddy, Daddy,
Yes.
it's cold.
Okay, sit down.
Man, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing,
It's
but
really cold, Daddy.
Yeah, sit down. You going upstairs. You're doing too much. Chill out.
cool.
You think about having kids, bro? They say they bless us, man. I don't know, man.
Blessings, man.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, they can help humble you and make you responsible and accountable and all that other good stuff. But sometimes you can navigate through life without needing those things. Like I don't think they're as important. Being accountable and responsible ain't really that important. So you know what I mean?
They ain't really that serious, you know what I mean? They ain't all that cracked up to be, nigga.
Yeah, man.
I'm not acting about it.
Fuck them keys, man.
But you got kids, man. You can't say fuck them kids, man.
But yeah, man. You think it's never too late. It's never too late for a guy. It's more so the
It
woman's
definitely is.
chronological clock
All I
that
know is
ticks the
all I
loudest.
know is right now, and I ain't even thinking about this shit. To be honest.
I had a homie coworker over here. He had a baby at like 60. Still was popping up.
So we done.
Great part. I seen this baby mine not the other day, but like within the last year and a half.
Yeah.
At like a party or something. I was at a party. It was at like a rental space venue, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was in the room at the party, and I just saw her walking out. She was walking to go to the party, like, yeah, how the baby, yeah, my man, and yeah, I'd be safe, and that was it. But it was like, dang, just to know, like, yeah, the homie popped that in. She worked with us, so it was a coworker. Yeah, man, it's crazy. He was married too. Married, popped a coworker. Got her prego, shot the club up. They had a baby, basically on business hours. Yeah, and now even though he ain't his wife, but he still take care of the child. And he was like 60, Hey, gotta shoot your gun, man. Shoot your gun to the empty. Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah, if I ran into one, I was comfortable having one with, yeah, but well, if an accident were to just happen, then that's different.
But I mean, you what?
I've been through the accidents.
POK.
Definitely feel okay.
So if you're not,
Like I
shooting
said,
no
it's
cover
only
up unless
one-
you.
It's only one shorty, like I said. Only one shorty, nigga. One. Only one. That I might have a scare with, but never got a chance to really find out whether it was a scare or not. Like whether anything happened. Cause I mess with a lot of people that's not from Philly. Like I mess with a lot of females that's not, and I mess with a lot of females that's not from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they might be in town, out of town. And during my hotel life, when I used to work at the hotel downtown, I popped a lot at the hotel, alright? Had a lot of fun.
Like the ski on the sheets.
I did, yo. The hotel was a hotel with no hotel. So, what I'm saying is, I had a lot of fun at the hotel, at the first joint. So, one left, one I had to scare with. To me, I'm like, that was nothing, man. We good, nothing. I have, trying to make sure she good. Make sure she good, not thinking to myself like, I'm not even sure. It was one of those, like, I'm not even sure. Yeah.
Pour
But
that
she
outside.
just gave me that face that like, I don't believe that. What's wrong? But no, you good. Most of my, it's right here. See?
Evident.
Evident. But even I was unsure because I was like, I don't think that was all good either.
I made up a little drip before I slipped.
So when she left, I never can get in touch with her again.
So she left like the state and all that. Or did she leave the country? Like you could have a baby in El Salvador or something like that.
She went to Carolina somewhere.
Carolina.
Somewhere in Carolina. So that's the only one out there that I'm just afraid popping up later on because I don't know if I'm gonna punch her in the face or not. Like, bitch, you got it for me the whole goddamn time. Bow.
So here's the thing. So if this is the place I'm thinking of, you've been away from them for what, about 2-3 years now, right?
No, don't do that, bro. Come home.
I know, but you've been at where you at now for what? But wait, when you left here, you went up to the meeting, right?
Yeah.
And then you went to so no, that's like 5-6 shares, ain't it? I thought you did like 3 each, 2 to 3 each. That's at least a 4-piece.
Yeah, about that. But then you got 10 million dollars shit. It's been a little minute, bro. It's been some years. So if she would have sprang back up with some shit.
That young guy, he older than
I'd be
me, so he
pissed.
gotta be like 8, like 8. I'm saying, but he gotta be like 5, 4 or 5, bro.
I'd be pissed.
But then what is she like? I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know I was gonna be back, and
Man, bitch, like I tell most of them, y'all know, you know better.
I only wanted to tell you face to face, and
You know better.
and then
And
let's
that's-
go to Arizona.
You ain't zoom in the morning.
His dad actually
Mm-hmm.
was serious.
You ever zoom?
What?
But yeah, that I mean, I don't know how you couldn't. No, I kind of do. But I don't know how you couldn't. I'm still saying defend myself. I don't know how you couldn't tell me.
So my question to you: if she felt like you may not have took it well that she was, would you have felt the way? Or if she was like, well, I knew how you felt at that time about children, da da da. Like, would you have felt the way, or would you feel like, well, at least give me the chance to react?
Yeah, I mean, at least, either way, I'm gonna feel some type of way, because our shit was way more than that, and I did some shit for you that no nigga probably, like, that's with a lot of females, I feel like I do a lot of shit that no nigga just done for them. I could name them, go down the list, and I could tell a nigga, and the nigga was like, yeah, I would've did that shit. These are facts that could be proven, so,
You got to get out of it. I'm not that episode.
if I do something as
Down.
far as pretty much, okay, this one is in one of the deeper ones. If I do something to where you have no way home, and I pretty much get you housing for a nice, probably about a month, that's something to do for somebody when they ain't got nowhere to go or nowhere to, you know what I mean? So why can't you tell somebody like that?
Right.
You know what I mean? That would be my thing. Why would be the reason?
And unless she felt like she was gonna be a burden on you,
That would be-
representing information.
And that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of.
I knew you had a lot going on.
during that time.
And, you know, if I came with this and you know what I was going through, and I was going through a line, and if I would have put that on your plate, knowing that you had this and third, you know.
So if anything, that would be the only one I could see popping up or some shit. Other than that, it would be nice, but I ain't got nothing to rush right now, and I guess I ain't really thinking about it. It's more so focusing on getting this shit done that I want to get done before it's all over.
So, do you have some type of chronological clock in your mind saying, you know, if I find someone, or at least someone I find decent enough by age 40?
Nah, I'm just, if it happen, it happen. I'm at that point now. If it happen, it happen. I ain't.
See, before I've had my second and upcoming one, I had a thought in my mind that that I was actually going to go to my oldest son's mother, and if you know, if I didn't have anyone at that point, have her doing like a surrogate and carry one for me, and I just primarily take care of the child, you know, no attachment, whatever like that. She just, you know, carrying the child. And I thought about that. I considered that. You know, I was like, maybe if I get closer to like 35, and you know, and I have no traction with someone, or at that time, or slip up, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I might, you know, consider that, or you know, opening it up to her and asking her, you know, as a favorite. Yes. So, yeah, that was a consideration of mine. I mean, I don't know how she was gonna take it. I don't know if she, you know, would have said yes or no. But you know, would have felt comfortable, at least in our level of relationship.
To ask her.
And given, you know, she's technically with someone, so it would have been an awkward conversation, but you know, I would have, you know, if it was a preference of,
What the hell going
yeah,
on?
but like, you know, but it would have been like the, you know, artificial or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have did the old school way. I mean, I could have, but
Yeah. AIB.
out of respect, you know.
This nigga. Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah, I'll get you on that though.
So I might have thought of that, and then if that didn't work, then I might have just been cool, one and done. Truly. Honestly. Yeah. Lay on me. Lay on my chair. Lay on my chair. But yeah, that would have been my options at that time. So I guess looking left ahead, this guy, and furthermore, I mean, I'm not looking to reach any canon numbers, nothing like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, I scratched you. I know you alright though.
Yeah.
God bless you. God bless your heart. But yeah. 35, yeah, I probably would have been considering if I didn't have any. But then, I don't know, because it seemed to you, excuse me, at 35, my oldest is a teenager, like 14, almost 15 at that point. So, you know, I'm like, do I really want to start over when I got a teenage child already? So, you know, the gaps that I'm in now is not bad. It's actually better than my parents because me and my sister, I'm in the middle. Me and her got a 4-year gap, but me and my little brother have a 16-year gap. And then obviously between them two was 20 years. So it was like, you know, I was basically in high school when he was born. So I'm like, I had 2 more years and I'm at the house, so it was like they kind of started over. So now the irony of that is he'll be 18 in January. Like that's crazy to think 18 years later
Yeah.
I got a 18-year-old little brother, adult now. Like it's crazy. Like and I think about when I was 16, and it's like, dang, I got a whole little brother. I have to take him everywhere with me, and it's like I ended up having kids, and then
I seen leave them walking around the block, leaving.
so
Man, what
Man.
did I say?
legally, you mind me? It's too many L's. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay down.
Yeah, I want to say it right though. What's how you say his name?
I'm saying his hands. So Landon.
Landon, that's what it
Yeah.
was. Landon. My fault, Landon. But
So,
I remember you walking around with this dude. He had a big ass on him too.
He grew. Nah, his head's still big, but he kind of grew into it.
Man, he had a big
It
ass.
took time,
Boy.
man. It took time. Them kids, man. It be taking time.
He got a big ass head too, dude.
Cool and knowledge, right?
Not here, but nobody.
But yeah, like, cause my parents had him, they were like 40. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang. Like to be that old, I'm starting an empty nest. Well, about to have an empty nest and starting over.
Minus.
Do what? Chill out, bro. You wildin'.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. It's just like you had 2 years before you had 2 children out the house. Like,
But shit happened. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they ain't playing that shit.
Well, no, big.
Think you pop playing?
I don't know if he planned it, but they knew what they was, with the fire they were playing.
They
with.
knew what they was doing.
Yeah, because the irony before he, before my little brother came about, my mother was pregnant a couple years prior to him. I might have been about middle school then, so it had to be like two. Stop. So it had to be like 2 or 3 years prior, and she had presented an ultrasound to me and my sister then, and so when she did it this time, the last time we landed, then I was like, okay, here we go with this again. But she had miscarried then, and that's why that baby did come about. Cause I would, well, I don't assume, but I have high belief that if they would have had that child, then they wouldn't be here.
Gotcha.
They definitely would have been done.
Gotcha. Probably was gonna land in that.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. It would be crazy if it was just crazy that girl.
So, I remember they invited y'all. Came with y'all. So
Man,
we
me and
doing
my-
this again.
Me and my sister gap a little crazy. Like we got a 6-year gap. So they had my
That is a
sister,
good gap.
and 6 years later they had me. So yeah, nice little gap.
See, like, at least with me and my sister, we had one time where we were in school at the same time. Like elementary school, she might have been a 5th, and I was in like 1st.
Yeah.
But then once we went to middle school, we never
Yeah, I know.
touched the same grade again or same, demographic.
Cause they had 4
When
years.
she graduated
Yeah.
high school, I was just graduating middle school. So then I had my 4 years. And then my little brother, he's in high school, his last year. And I'm like 15, 16 years removed from school. So it's like, it's
Right.
crazy. So it's like,
Yeah, I've been to high school, man, boy.
yeah, like my kids are like almost teenagers.
Yeah.
So it's like time move fast. Cause I would just think about that when I looked at like a lot of my friends online and like Facebook and all that. I'm like, yo, we really went to high school together. Like I seen these people grow up, glow up, have kids, and like we all still in contact. And it's like we all getting old. Like
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been seeing people getting married, people having kids up to like.
such people from like Lamb and all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
dang.
I remember you peed on yourself in 8th grade, shorty. Like you just that down, or you just did this, and you just not on it. That's what's up. Like not you. You ain't get 8th grade yet though.
It's crazy. I know you're talking.
Damn, that's a bad John, right? No, it's a couple of them, bro.
It's a
like,
bad joint. There's a lot of them that had like fucked up. Yeah,
Accidents or-
moments.
and they,
Like that was a staple in middle school, high school. Yeah,
Man, we had middle school girls dating high schoolers, and now they basketball players and stuff.
Come up there grown, like moments.
They
Like,
play down.
they got some that passed away. They be like, damn. so
Homies,
sad.
yeah, you like, damn, how he and he here and wow, he look even like that, or damn, that's crazy, or
And it's crazy because I thought about which one the other day. I was talking about my pop. You know, my pop is going off
Go
with
away from
names and shit, like I do and shit. But one guy that he was called Black. You know, well, you always got somebody in the hood named Black. Like, there's always somebody in a group named Black.
Black,
And
yeah.
I think Black, and I'm like, damn, Black I knew passed away just not too long ago. Shit.
how did he pass?
Got shot.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought so.
So
Like
it's like
up near there.
up
or he-
near,
or he
I
moved
think
some-
us, up near like on Market somewhere.
Oh,
I want to say 50. I don't want to get that shit wrong. 50 something around there. Yeah, he wasn't far.
yeah. See, a lot of one thing I said, well, for a lot of people, I realized I went to school at, a lot of us move from the areas that we grew up in. Like if you stay around, you run that the possibility. Like it's good to visit your mama if you can't, physically move her out, but at least keep an eye on and all that, and pop up just for that, and pop out like pop in, pop out. Woo woo. Don't congregate too long or too much because that's when you run a possibility of things happening. Like I just had somebody hit me up, who lived down the street from me. Like, yo, it's my birthday. Tell me happy birthday, bro. I'm like, happy birthday. I didn't know, but it's like I'm at work at that time, so I'm like, I can't like, bro, what you get into? He said, we say, yeah, man, what you, bro? I killed him for you and all. This thing's on, like. But I'm like, it's cool. Like it's home. Like we grew up, so it's like,
water.
That'd be funny as calls. Yo,
Yeah.
bro, like, we're out, like, yo.
but see, like people,
I
because
fucking
the irony.
kill for you, dog. Like, real shit. Like,
I've-
everybody, like,
I've had the same number since I
on
was.
phone with them. Yeah.
I've had the same phone number since I was about 17. So if my number's in someone's phone, they can call me. Cause I don't really block numbers. Like the numbers I do block be like collections, spam, student loans, stuff like that. Like I really don't want to talk to me. But like people, if they don't lose my number, I don't block them. I don't care. I just don't answer the phone. No, get down.
Excuse me. And then it's crazy now because of social media. Social media is so crazy. It's like you ain't hear from somebody in a while. You can actually do detective work and pretty much find them and shit.
Right.